Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to discuss about the ninth lesson in General Mathematics under Term 1 in Strengthened Curriculum, entitled Gross Pay and Net Pay. So, let's get started. So this time we're going to discuss our lesson number 9 entitled Gross Pay and Net Pay. So this is lesson number 9 in General Mathematics under Strengthened Curriculum Term 1. So let's start. So what do you think you'll earn? So the job offer is, the position is sales assistant. Monthly salary is 20,000 pesos. Allowance is 2,000 pesos. Overtime pay is 1,500 pesos and commission is 3,000 pesos. Now we already discussed about monthly salary, allowance, overtime pay, and commission. So what do you think you'll earn? So the questions we have here is 20,000 pesos your final take-home pay? And what are the deductions do you think will apply? Okay. So basically, you can answer those questions because we're done discussing previously some of these concepts. So what is then the gross pay? So by the way, the answer here, of course, 20,000 pesos is not your take-home pay or not your net pay because we have deductions or mandatory deductions that we discussed previously, just like the withholding tax, SSS or GSIS, Pag-ibig, and PhilHealth. So the gross pay, it is the total amount an employee earns before any deductions. It includes the basic salary, the overtime pay, the allowances, the commissions, and the bonuses. Now, what is net pay? The net pay is also known as take-home pay. It is the amount an employee actually receives after mandatory deductions like the SSS or Social Security System, that is for private employees, PhilHealth, Pag-ibig Fund, withholding tax, and also the GSIS for public employees. So formula for the gross pay, we have basic salary plus overtime, plus allowances, plus commission, and plus bonuses. And the net pay is gross pay minus the total deductions. Now let's start with example 1. Joy receives a basic pay of 28,500 pesos a month and a 1% commission on her sales. She sold 65,000 pesos worth of products this month. Her deductions are 5% for SSS based on basic pay, 2.5% for PhilHealth, then 2% for Pag-ibig, then withholding tax based on gross earnings, compute for her net pay. Okay, so to compute the gross earnings first, we have here commission is equal to 1% of 65,000 pesos. That's her sales. So 1% of 65,000 pesos is just simply multiplying 65,000 by 0.01. That is equivalent to 650 pesos. Therefore, the gross pay is equal to basic pay plus commission, that is 28,500 pesos plus 650 pesos. We have 29,000 pesos and 29,150 pesos. Now, to solve for the deductions, compute the deductions. Let's start with the SSS. So for SSS, we know that it's 5% for the employee and 10% for the employer. So SSS is 5% of 28,500, which is 0.05 times 28,500. That is equivalent to 1,425. Now let's proceed to PhilHealth. We know that the total deduction contribution of PhilHealth is 5%, and then split it into two. So that's 2.5% for employee and 2.5% for the employer. So we'll just simply focus on the employee. So 2.5% of 28,500. That's 0.025 times 28,500. That is equal to 712 pesos and 50 centavos. Now let's proceed to Pag-ibig. Pag-ibig is 2% of 28,500. So that's 0.02 times 28,500 is equal to 570 pesos. Now, since it's 570 pesos, it's more than 200. So the maximum contribution under Pag-ibig is 200 pesos. Okay. So next, now let's compute the withholding tax. For the withholding tax, we have here, since the salary or the basic salary is under the bracket of 20,833 or bracket number 2, so we have this tax rate. The formula for the tax rate, you have withholding tax is equal to 0.00 plus 15% over or excess of the 20,833. Now we have the basic pay, which is 29,150 minus 20,833 pesos, then times 15%. So the difference is 8,350, 317. Multiply it by 0.15. So it's 1,247 pesos and 55 centavos. Now the total deductions, if we're going to add all from SSS, PhilHealth, Pag-ibig, and the withholding tax, that is 1,425 plus 712 pesos and 50 centavos plus 200 pesos plus 1,247 pesos and 55 centavos, a total of 3,585 pesos and 5 cents. So the formula for net pay is equal to gross pay minus total deduction. So that is 29,150 pesos minus 3,585 pesos and 5 cents. So our net pay now is 25,564 pesos and 95 centavos. Okay, that's all for example number 1. Now let us proceed to example number 2. Okay, example number 2, Eliza, a junior high school working at a small accounting firm in Caloocan City, earns a monthly salary of 32,000 pesos. She works 8 hours a day and has completed 22 working days this month. She also rendered 6 hours of overtime and was scheduled for 2 night shifts, each lasting 8 hours. Now, in addition to her salary, she received a non-taxable rice allowance of 1,500 pesos. Her deductions include SSS, which is 1,600 pesos, PhilHealth is 800 pesos, Pag-ibig is 200 pesos. Then, withholding tax based on train law or taxable income. Now, questions. Number 1, compute Eliza's daily and hourly rate. Number 2, compute her overtime pay. That's 125% of hourly rate, or just use the multiplier 1.25. We discussed that already in the past lesson. Number 3, compute her night shift differential. That's 110% of hourly rate. We already discussed that as well. So that is just simply using the multiplier 1.10 times 8 hours times 2 shifts, okay, based on the given. Then 4, compute her gross pay for the month. Then number 5, compute her taxable income. Number 6, compute her withholding tax. Number 7, compute her total deductions. And last number, compute her net pay for the month. Now, let's start answering example number 2. Eliza's daily and hourly rate. The daily and hourly rate will be, since the monthly salary is 32,000 pesos, then she works for 22 days. So to get the daily rate, we just simply divide 32,000 pesos divided by 22 days. That gives us 1,454 pesos and 55 centavos. And to get the hourly rate, that is 1,454 pesos and 55 centavos divided by 8 hours. That gives us 181 pesos and 82 cents. Next, number 2, compute the overtime pay. Okay, so that's 125% of the hourly rate, or use the multiplier converting 125% into decimal form, that's 1.25 times 181.82 or 181 pesos and 82 cents. That's the hourly rate. That is equal to 227 pesos and 28 cents. So every hour, every overtime per hour is equivalent to 227 pesos and 28 cents. Since she um, she rendered 6 hours of overtime, so we multiply 6 hours of overtime pay 227 pesos and 28 cents by 6. That is 1,363 pesos and 68 centavos. Now let us proceed to number 3. Compute the night shift differential. Now for the night shift differential, that's 110% or use 1.10 as a multiplier times 181.82. That's the hourly rate. That is equivalent to 200 pesos. And the total night shift pay will be, so it says that she was scheduled for 2 night shifts, each lasting 8 hours. So that's 200 pesos times 8 hours times 2 shifts. That's equivalent to 3,200 pesos. Now next, the total gross pay now is for the month is 38,063 63 and 68 centavos. Okay, adding all the overtime, the night shift differential, as well as the non-taxable allowance of 1,500. Okay. Then get the taxable income. The taxable income is 33,963 pesos and 68 centavos. Now, I didn't show here the solution, but this is how we get it. So the gross pay is 38,063 pesos and 68 centavos. To get the taxable income, we are going to subtract 38,063 pesos and 68 centavos by SSS, which is 1,600, PhilHealth, which is 800, Pag-ibig, which is 200, and as well as the non-taxable rice allowance for 1,500. So that gives us 33,963 pesos and 68 centavos. That's the taxable income because it's already deducted by SSS, PhilHealth, and Pag-ibig. Okay, so to get the withholding tax based on train law, so from train table, we will have where taxable income is 33,963 pesos and 68 centavos. So that's under bracket number 3. Okay, or you have there the tax rate is 1,877 1,875 pesos plus 20% of excess over 33,333. So we're going to get the excess. So the taxable income is 33,963.68 minus 33,333. That gives 630 pesos and 68 cents. Then get the 20% of 630 pesos and 68 cents. That's multiplying 0.20. Then add that by 1,875. So the withholding tax is 2,001 pesos and 14 centavos. Okay. So the total, we already have the total gross pay, which is 38,063 pesos and 68 centavos. The taxable income, which is 33,963 pesos and 68 centavos. We have the withholding tax, 2,001 pesos and 14 centavos. And the total deductions, we have the tax plus SSS plus PhilHealth plus Pag-ibig. That's a total of, we have 2,001 pesos and 14 centavos plus 1,600 plus 800 plus 200 pesos. So a total of 4,601 pesos and 14 centavos. So that's the total deductions. Now let's proceed to the net pay. Now for the net pay, we have gross pay minus total deductions. That's a formula. So the gross pay we have 38,063 pesos point or and 68 cents minus 4,601 pesos and 14 cents. So we have 33,462 pesos and 54 cents. That's the net pay of Eliza. Okay. Now this time I want you to answer on your notebook. Number one, by the way, if there's a need for a solution, you have to show the solution. And if there's no need for a solution, please explain or provide one sentence explanation at least. So number one, which of the following is not included in gross pay? A, basic salary. B, overtime pay. C, pag-ibig deduction. D, commission. Number two, if your basic salary is 15,000 pesos and you earn 2,000 pesos in overtime, what is your gross pay? A, 13,000 pesos. B, 17,000 pesos. C, 15,000 pesos. And D, 12,000 pesos. Number three, which deduction is mandatory in the Philippines? A, clothing allowance. B, grocery allowance. C, SSS. D, incentives. Number four, gross pay is 20,000 pesos and deductions are 3,500. What is the net pay? A, 16,500 pesos. B, 20,000 pesos. C, 23,500 pesos. And letter D, 18,000 pesos. And number five, last number, what is net pay why is net pay lower than gross pay? A, because of salary increase. B, due to bonuses. C, due to deduction like SSS and taxes. D, because of commission. So that would be all. Thank you so much for watching and I hope you learned something from this video lesson.